Hey class, this is Professor Tony Blash, and I will be your instructor for COM 210, Intro to Mass Communications. And I'm really excited to be getting started with this summer term. And I just wanted to very quickly come on and really just inform you of a couple of things that's really key for us as we begin this journey. Now, class officially starts on June 2nd, but you will gain access to the course on May 28th. And you'll have access to specific areas of the course, including the introductions discussion forum. But I wanted to just cover a couple things that are key as we really move into the week 0, which is what you'll have access to this week, and the official beginning of the course. So again, the course officially begins on June 2nd, but you will get access this week so that you can go in and take a look at the syllabus and some of the other key things that are really relevant to you being successful in this class. A couple things I did want to focus on as we come on just this brief few minutes to talk with you is the fact that one of the things that some students need support in being a part of a class like this is the fact that you need to understand what the withdrawal process is as opposed to the drop-in process. Now, drop-in begins on June 2nd, the first day of class, and then it concludes on June 5th, which would be Thursday, the first week of class. So you will have that space of time to drop the course or sign up for another course. Now, withdrawals are different. At any point, once we get past the beginning of the course, you can withdraw from the class. But the difference between a withdrawal and a drop is that you would talk with the registrar about dropping the class. With withdrawal, if we've gotten into, let's say, the end of week 1 or into week 2 or 3 or 4, and you want to withdraw, that's a little different. You will need to email me using your GMC email. And I want to be very specific about that. It can't be your personal email. It has to be your GMC assigned email. You would need to email me requesting to be withdrawn from the course. Now, I hope that's not the case for any of you because I'm really good at helping students to get back on track and to really get restarted if they've run into a slow uh, place when it comes to the assignments. So just keep that in mind. You would need to email me from your GMC email, and then you would need to put in the subject area of the email withdrawal. So that way we can make sure that you understand the difference between dropping a course and withdrawing from a course. Again, drop occurs the first 3 or 4 days that the course has started. You would talk to the registrar about dropping a class. But once we get past the drop at deadline, which is that first Thursday of the first week of class, then you would need to request what they call a withdrawal. And you do that by emailing me requesting to be withdrawn from the class. But I'm hoping that no one really requests that. There's some really exciting things that's really available for you if you do get into a tight as we begin to get into this journey of discovering mass communication. And I mean through all aspects, whether it be through digital, whether it be through the most common platforms that you're using now, Snapchat, Telegram, Instagram. So all those things are going to be relevant as we get into our exploration of mass communication. So you can tell why I'm so excited, because we're going to really get an opportunity to really look at what our tendencies are as consumers of mass media. And as you know already, there's a lot of media now that's being put forth, whether it be artificial intelligence, whether it be the cool videos that you post through TikTok, whether it be, which in many cases may be banned at some point. So I'm really excited about what we're going to be exploring over the next 7 to 8 weeks. There is a way that you as a student can get further support when it comes to a course. There's something called Brain Fuse, which will support a student who is struggling. It's sort of like a new tutoring tool, and it's of course it's really listed on the left side of the Canvas page, where all of the other um, uh, list of access points are listed. Let's say the syllabus or the grades or the people in the class. So you'll have access to have access to a link called Brains Fuse, which will really support you as a student. And then one of the other things we want to make sure that you are aware of as we get started in this class is the participation in academic honesty verification quiz. Now that is a mouthful, but you must successfully complete that if you are to be considered attending the course. And what I mean by that, as soon as we begin the first week of class, your first task will be, of course, number one, to go to the introduction discussion forum and post your answer to the questions that I asked you. But once you do that, then you can go to the participation in academic honesty verification quiz, which you'll need to at least complete so that you can be marked as present for the first week of class. Now, in order to get access to the course material for week one, you will need to pass this non-graded quiz. So there's really just basic questions that come from the syllabus. So if you really review the syllabus, you should be able to pass the PAHV. So I want to make sure that you do that first so that you can get access to the rest of the course material for the week. And then, of course, there's also some great things in the syllabus like the schedule of the assignments, the learning objectives. There's information in the syllabus related to the grading process, whether it be how many points you get or how the assignments are weighted over the course of the next 8 weeks. So there's a lot of information in the syllabus that I really encourage you to very carefully look through and read, even information related to posting in the discussion forums, which is really important because the majority of the contact that we'll have will be through our discussion forum questions, which are weekly. Now, one of the first things you will receive from me is a welcome message. Please read the welcome message. There's some very important information in the welcome message that I think will help you. And at some point during week 0 or the first week of class, I will have a Zoom meeting that I hope that you will attend, and I will send out a link to everyone so that you can really join me on a live Zoom so you can ask me real-time questions about the course you might have, things that may come up. And believe me, those are very beneficial because you can find out a lot of things through those Zoom meetings. So be looking for that coming to you in the announcements. And speaking of the announcements, this is critical. Please make sure that you are checking the announcements link, if not every day, at least multiple times a week. Because what I use the announcements for is to, number one, let you know what the upcoming week assignments are. I share with you information that's going to help you be more successful with the assignments that you're going to have to submit over the course of these 7 to 8 weeks. So you want to really keep your finger on the announcements and check them, if not every day, multiple times a week, because you can get a lot of valuable information from those announcements. So again, number one, make sure that you understand the difference between dropping the class and withdrawing from the class. Also, make sure you know the importance of completing the PAHV quiz so that you can get access to the course materials beginning on day 1 of the class. And then make sure you know that you have support through the Brain Fuse online tutoring tool that's been given to you as a student. So there's a lot more information in the syllabus that I want you to really look at. And feel free at any time to email me. I'm always pretty good about responding to emails within 24 hours. You can respond to me via email at tblash@gmc.edu. So I'm going to really say Goodbye for now, but I will see you online as we begin our journey into mass communications beginning in week 0, which begins on the 28th, and then the official beginning of class, which I'm so excited about, June 2nd, we will begin our journey as we explore all things mass communication. So great to meet you. I hope to converse with you over the next 7 to 8 weeks, and I hope we learn a lot about communication, much less how we can get better at understanding how we communicate through digital media, through print media, and all things media. So I'm excited. I hope you are, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.